Welcome back, y'all. It was an eventful week 8, and now that you're back on the Gridiron Groover channel, I just want to say, I told you so. We're here, and we're going to start it off like this. Now this week, we're going to start off with our power ranking video. We're going to take our top 10 teams after the eventful week 8.
Alright, I'm going to start us out here with my number 10 team. The Buffalo Bills with Shady McCoy are coming in at number 10. I feel like, as he's mentioned before time and time again, Shady McCoy has found himself and he is leading the Bills. He's doing what he's got to do, and that's why I'm going to put them at the number 10 spot.
My fantasy team Shady.
Shady McCoy.
Alright, number 10 this week, I'm going to put the Jacksonville Jaguars. They're coming off a bye, but they made a big trade, and I really like the veteran presence Marcel Darius comes up with. And going into week 9, Leonard Fournette will be healthy, and after last week's great performance by Blake Bortles, this team is for real, and I see them catching up with the Titans, winning their division, because the Titans won't last long up there.
Okay, number 9. This is number 10, Jacksonville Jaguars. Like he said, Leonard Fournette carrying that team, and if Blake Bortles can produce, more than 100 pass yards a game, they can actually win football games. And that trade he mentioned earlier was huge for them, hashtag Saxonville much, but they're going to come in at number 9 for me.
Alright, so we got these two flip-flopped. I like the Bills a little more than him. They're coming in at 9 for me. I'm just a huge fan of Shady McCoy. I think he's one of the most underrated backs in the league. And he started off slow this year, but 2 straight great games, and I think he might have found himself, like I've been saying. I think he found himself, and the Bills' offenses look just amazing now that Shady McCoy's found himself out. And then Tyrod Taylor does enough with just the weapons he has. I know they're not great, but Zay Jones, that's their second-round pick this year, has come on, and I think he could end up being the number 1 receiver. Jordan Matthews could be their number 1 receiver. I mean, they've got some good, decent pieces. And then LeSean McCoy is one of the best backs in the league. So I'm going to have the Bills there at 9, and watch out for their matchup with the Patriots. That'll be for the division.
Oh, man. Bold prediction there. But on to number 8. Los Angeles Rams, they're doing good this year. They started off really hot. They're still playing really good football, still playing really hot. That defense is stepping up, so they're going to be number 8 for me this week. They're most likely going to win the NFC West. It's going to be close to the Seattle Seahawks, but hey, they could do it. If they can beat the Seattle Seahawks, they could do it, but who knows, I'm just going to put them at number 8 because I need to see a little bit more from them, They've got the potential in the future years is what I see coming from them. So number 8 is the Los Angeles Rams.
Okay, we're in agreement on this pick. I also have the Rams here, and I just want to go on from what he was saying. I don't know what week it is they play the Seahawks, but yeah, I got to see something there. That's going to be for the division also. I mean, the Seahawks already went into Los Angeles and got that W. Now, dadgummit, I need Todd Gurley to step up. I really like this team. Todd Gurley, you've been playing amazing. I need you to just take control of these weeks, and I need y'all to just take over this division. I can't stand these Seahawks, being a Niners fan. I'm not going to lie, they've been playing some pretty good football too, but I just like the Rams. I like the Rams right here at 8, and they could very well shoot up this chart. Just seeing how this division unfolds, we'll see.
On to number 7. And number 7 for me, we've got this team that just beat the Broncos pretty bad, but the Kansas City Chiefs come in at number 7 for me, and that might be lower because they're back to winning football. They're looking like they were week 1 through 5, I believe it was, when they won 5 straight. 2 losses in a row has got to do something to you, in my feeling, and they're playing a pretty good Cowboys team this week, so that's going to be the test to me. If they can beat this Cowboys team where they're playing their best football, even without Zeke, they're still going to play good football, but if they can beat the Chiefs, if they can beat the Cowboys, with them playing their best football right now, I feel like they could shoot up this list to possibly a top 3 spot. I'm going to say a top 5 if they can beat the Cowboys right now. But right now they're sitting at number 7.
All right, number 7 for me this week, I'm going to put the New Orleans Saints. They've been playing some darn good football. Just the running game has looked a lot better. Drew Brees. He's going to be a Hall of Famer, and this defense has really come along. I mean, most people thought they were going to be the normal old Saints defense, but they've actually outperformed themselves. And rookie cornerback Marshawn Lattimore has looked like a freaking shut-down corner. I don't know how he lasted to 11 in this draft, but great pickup. He's been doing some darn good things for them, and I think they're coming at 7. And I honestly think they could move up this list depending on how dominant they keep looking.
Okay, number 6, for me is going to be the Seattle Seahawks, that NFC West that they're competing with the Los Angeles Rams for. And I put the Seattle Seahawks there because of their defense. And they say defense wins championships. Well, that's true in a sense, because defense is going to win more games because you're holding the offense from scoring. And Russell Wilson and his weapons that he has, they're going to score points. They're going to put up the points they need. So it's about that defense shutting down the other opponents, which they do week in and week out. As you saw coming off the Texans win, the defense didn't look their best, but they still came out with a win. So they did what they needed to do. Number 6, Seattle Seahawks.
Alright, 6. If you watched our previous video, I told you the Vikings would start off slow this week going down to London. And I know it was the Browns, but so I figured they'd come on and beat the Browns pretty decently like they did. I mean, that game pretty much went how I thought it would. Them starting off slow. Now, what I want to look at is just their defense. Their defense is going to be great, and with Aaron Rodgers hurt, they're going to win this division. Now, as long as I want to see how Teddy Bridgewater comes back. Teddy Bridgewater's coming back in a few weeks, and Case Keenum, as long as he keeps them afloat for right now, and Sam Bradford's there too, so you have three pretty good quarterbacks. But I want to see Teddy Bridgewater come back and take his job back, and they could very well be a contender late in the season. All right, they're coming at 6 right now though.
All right, number 5 is my personal favorite this week. Number 5 is my Dallas Cowboys. They beat the Redskins. It was close. That late interception really sealed the deal for us. It was a lot closer than the scoreboard tells it to be. Cowboys are looking like their old selves, but now that Zeke is suspended for 6 games, how do they play without him? I feel like having Alfred Morris, it's not Zeke, okay? At the end of the day, it's still not Zeke, but running behind that offensive line gives Alfred Morris the chance to put a pretty good numbers while Zeke is gone. I'm going to put them at number 5 for now. This game against the Chiefs is really going to determine a lot for me on where the Cowboys stand. Number 5 for now is where I have them.
Number 5, I got the Seattle Seahawks. They proved a lot of this week against the Texans. They really did. I mean, I know you heard a lot of people say that they were about to shut down this rookie QB. And, their defense is still going to be great, like I was saying. I mean, they still did get 3 picks on them, allowing all those points. I mean, I foresaw a shutout, I'm not going to lie. This Texans team, I really like the Texans team, but I just need the defense to pick up the pace. But we're talking about the Seattle Seahawks right now. And this offense has proved a lot to me over these last few weeks. I was worried about them, seeing how they haven't been the same team since they let Max Unger go for Jimmy Graham. And Jimmy Graham has really underperformed for them. I know he's spotty each week. But they proved a lot to me. Russell Wilson has quietly put up an MVP season. I mean, he should really be in the consideration for it at the end, because the Seahawks are nothing without Russell Wilson. I mean, look at, even the defense just put up 34 points. I mean, if Russell Wilson wasn't there, then there's no telling what they'd be. I'm really surprised. I mean, I think he should be in consideration for the MVP. And right now they come in at 5. Keep an eye out on them Rams, though.
Number 4 is that team I'm going to hype up a lot here, is the Minnesota Vikings. That NFC North is pretty much their division right now with Aaron Rodgers gone. Teddy Bridgewater coming back. I've always been a fan of Teddy Bridgewater coming out of Louisville. And this defense, as long as this defense keeps performing well, they will win the games. And my dark horse for the Super Bowl, his was the Texans, mine's going to be the Vikings, okay? This Vikings team looks real, and they look legit, and if Teddy Bridgewater comes back and sparks a fire on this team, you could see them making a big run in the NFC, competing with the Eagles even. That's why I have them at number 4.
Alright, at number 4, I know this is going to come as a shock to y'all, I got the New England Patriots. I know they're the Patriots, and they're gonna get to the championship game, and Tom Brady's the GOAT, and oh man, I don't see it this year. They don't look like the same Patriots. The defense, I mean, they only allowed, 13, 14 points to the Chargers, but still, it was such a darn close game, exactly. They just haven't looked like the same Patriots. All these close games, and Tom Brady keeps getting hit. I need the whole line to show me something. I know you don't hear it a lot, but he has been sacked more times this season than all of last season combined. I'm telling you, if Tom Brady keeps getting hit like this, it won't look good later in the season. Just a heads up. The O-line's got to step up for the Patriots. Right now they're at 4, though.
I mean, being 40 also, that's not going to help you.
Getting hit like that,
we saw it happen to Aaron Rodgers. One hit took his whole season, so just keep, you don't block, it's going to happen. On to our top 3. And the top 3 for me at the number 3 spot is the gosh darn Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't like them, but they're playing good football. The defense is the defense. They're playing lights out almost. He has said it, and I'm going to say it now. Juju Smith-Schuster has shown something spectacular out of nowhere, really. The Steelers are number 3 because of the talent they have, and Juju Smith-Schuster is just, I don't know, he's just showing out right now. 97-yard touchdown is always something. Steelers are number 3.
All right, at number 3, I got somebody he seems a little down on right now, but the Kansas City Chiefs are still a Super Bowl contender. This is a really good team. I know that they end up falling off late in the season, but I'm going to keep my eye out for that like they always seem to do. But right now, they've been playing really, really good football. Alex Smith is still an MVP candidate. Travis Kelce is still the number 1 tight end in the league. Kareem Hunt still one of the better rookies in the season right now. They got the weapons. The defense seems a little holy at times, but the Kansas City is known for defense, so we'll figure that out and shore that up. And I know they just came off 2 losses, but they looked dominant again against the Broncos. And then on those 2 losses, they lost to the Steelers, and they always seem to lose to the Steelers. That'll be something also to keep your eye on for later in the playoffs. And then just a short week, and then they played the Raiders, and they could have beat the Raiders, but the Raiders felt their season was on the line right there. I mean, The Raiders had to win that, or they'd have been out of it already. I'd say that. So I think the Chiefs are back. Alpha 2 straight losses, and then they look dominant against the Broncos. I like them here.
Number 2, the Patriots. Number 2 is the Patriots because it's the Patriots, to be honest with you. I mean, there's not much explanatory, like you mentioned, that offensive line struggling, but at the end of the day, the power rankings are about who's winning football games and who's going to keep winning football games. And we all have seen the Patriots year in and year out. They win football games, so that's why I've got to put them at the number 2 spot right now.
Number 2, the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm going to go ahead and jump on this one. I'm telling you, they found themselves. This defense is much improved. Ryan Shazier, T.J. Watt, the rookie. I mean, then you got, this defense is just really much improved. I really like this defense this year. And then they got Joe Hayden. What were the Browns thinking, cutting one of their best players? I mean, they are the Browns, let's be honest. Joe Hayden was a great pickup for them. This secondary really needed a boost. And look at what it did. This defense is much improved. And then Le'Veon Bell seems to be getting in shape, and he's there. And if they, like he was just talking about, these guys draft great receivers over and over and over again. I mean, they found Antonio Brown, and I think it was the 4th round, and then Juju Smith-Schuster coming out of USC this year in the 2nd round. I mean, he's a dog. Martavis Bryant, oh man, just playmaker after playmaker after playmaker. I mean, Le'Veon Bell was the 1st round pick. I mean, these guys know how to draft, know how to make their talent race. And they just have more talent and seem to be finding themselves. I think these guys could be here late. I mean, almost a Super Bowl. I mean, I really see it. Big Ben seems to be coming off the retirement. Number 2 seems right for them right now.
Number 1 for the 2nd straight week, and it kills me to say this, for the 2nd straight week, and we're going to be in agreement on this, I can already tell, it's the Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, they're the only 1-loss team in the league. What can you say? I mean, they're not losing football games, they're winning them, and they're beating. I mean, you look at their strength of schedule, I mean, didn't they beat the Chiefs, I believe it was? So
that's their only loss.
That's their only loss. But anyways, the Eagles are just playing good football. Carson Wentz is looking like the MVP front runner to me, if you will. That defense, he's told me time and time again that their defense is playing lights out, and I look at it and I see it now. That defense is showing out, and when the Cowboys in 2 weeks take on the Eagles, I'm almost nervous for that game. I mean, I believe in my Cowboys because it's a division game. You know, it's going to be a shootout because of the rivalry there. But, man, that Eagles team is looking almost too good to beat. They're the number one team for the second straight week.
Like he said, we're in agreement on this, and I've been on this Eagle bandwagon. I'm telling you, these guys are for real. Carson Wentz has looked tremendous, MVP caliber. These guys got a good running game. Their defense is for real. Their special teams is for real. And what do you take when it starts getting colder? What do you take when it gets cold? You take a running game, you take a great defense, and you take a special teams. And they have what makes it look like a great, great Super Bowl front-running team. Now, I was worried about this. They started off slow against the Niners. I mean, the Niners have been staying in most of these games, but the loss of Jason Peters really seemed to affect them. I want to see if they can shore that up at least a little bit. I mean, they still smashed the Niners. Exactly. I mean, I know I'm a Niners fan, but they just freaking wiped the floor with them. But they started off slow, and it looked like Jason Peters' absence really affected that. And I want to see if they can fix that throughout the weeks. I mean, that tackle right there is really going to be a loss for them. But right now, they're definitely the best team, and they look the best in all facets of the game. They've been the best team so far. They're number one again.
All right, guys, that completes our top 10 power rankings this week. It's week 9. You know, there's the matchups. You never know; these can change week to week. I mean, we saw the Bills jump in there for both of us. The Saints dropped out of mine. You see that the Vikings jump into his. There's always changes that are going to be made week in and week out based on who wins their games. So just tune in next week when you want to see the week 10 power rankings, because who knows where the Cowboys will be. I mean, they could be at number 3 for me and be at number 7 for him. Who knows? They're not even in his right now. It hurts my feelings, but make sure you're back next week. Anything you need to say?
If you've been watching so far, we know what we're talking about. The Gurus are here to stay, and y'all keep watching. Stay in tune later this week. There'll be more videos out.